Hello, everyone. Since becoming president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, President Russell M. Nelson has adopted a more future-oriented approach, but significant changes are reportedly occurring behind the scenes, particularly involving his wife, Wendy Nelson. For years, Wendy has supported her husband as he led millions, but she is now speaking out, revealing insights that challenge the church's narrative. She describes a transformation in President Nelson over the past 10 months, suggesting he has been unleashed with new power and secrets. This situation is not merely another church scandal, it hints at deeper issues within the church's leadership dynamics. Wendy, as a key figure alongside the prophet, is poised to play a crucial role in the unfolding revelations. Wendy Nelson, often perceived merely as the supportive wife of the prophet Russell M. Nelson, is actually a significant figure in her own right within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Her influence extends beyond traditional expectations, as she has played a crucial role in shaping the church's direction. Recently, she has begun to speak out, challenging established norms and revealing insights that could potentially alter the foundation of the institution her husband leads. Born Wendy L. Watson, she embodies a multifaceted personality that defies the typical image of a prophet's wife, making her voice and perspective important to understand in the context of the church's evolution. Wendy, a clinical therapist with a PhD in marriage and family therapy, has dedicated decades to studying relationships and human behavior. Her extensive academic background and experience in working with individuals and families have established her as an authoritative figure, particularly in the context of her marriage to Russell Nelson, a prominent religious leader. Despite the expectations that come with being married to someone revered by millions, Wendy's qualifications and active involvement in academia have allowed her to influence both Russell's life and work significantly. Her expertise commands respect, making her voice impactful in discussions about relationships and family dynamics. Russell Nelson, the current president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, experienced profound changes in his life through his marriages. His first wife, Dannel, was a strong and compassionate partner who significantly influenced his journey before her passing in 2005. After her death, Russell faced a period of grief until he met Wendy, who not only provided comfort but also revitalized his spirit. Their marriage in 2006 represented more than a union. It was a collaboration of shared values and missions, marking a new chapter in Russell's life as a leader and influencer. Wendy, as a prominent figure in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, has leveraged her role as First Lady to enhance her influence within religious communities. Her advocacy for family, marriage, and community, supported by her background as a therapist and researcher, emphasizes the importance of strong family bonds and mental health. Wendy's deep understanding of the power dynamics within the church, gained from her experiences alongside church leadership, allows her to provide unique insights into the inner workings of the organization. With her close connection to influential leaders, she has witnessed and participated in significant decisions that have shaped the church's direction, offering a fascinating perspective on the complexities of religious leadership. Wendy Nelson's decision to marry Russell M. Nelson, who would become a prominent religious leader, was fraught with internal conflict and significant sacrifices. As a successful clinical therapist, she grappled with doubts and the pressure of potentially giving up her established career for a life intertwined with the church's future. Her eventual choice to marry Russell was not made lightly. It marked a pivotal moment in her life, reflecting a deeper struggle that preceded their vows. Now, as she chooses to speak out, her experiences shed light on the complexities of her journey and the influence she has had amidst challenges and controversies. Marrying Russell Nelson brought significant changes for Wendy, as it required her to leave behind her professional aspirations and embrace a new public role. Initially, she struggled with the implications of marrying a man destined for high office within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, realizing that she was not just marrying someone she loved, but also a prophet. This new identity came with considerable responsibilities and public scrutiny, as she would be expected to represent the church and uphold its ideals, transforming her from a private individual into a public figure. Wendy was aware of the challenges ahead and the weight of the expectations placed upon her. Often face immense pressure to maintain a perfect image, a challenge that Russell encountered after the loss of his first wife, Dannel. This loss was profoundly impactful, and as Wendy entered Russell's life, she was acutely aware of the comparisons that would arise between her and Dannel. The weight of expectations to fulfill both Russell's needs and the legacy left by Dannel was daunting. However, Wendy approached the situation thoughtfully, refusing to rush into marriage without considering the implications. Despite the challenges, she remained determined to navigate this complex emotional landscape with care and deliberation. Wendy's marriage to Russell, the prophet, required her to make sacrifices and exhibit a unique strength as she navigated public expectations while remaining true to her values. Initially hesitant, Wendy ultimately embraced her role, recognizing that her support was vital to Russell's purpose of guiding a faith community. She came to understand that she was not merely an accessory to his leadership, but a crucial participant in the larger mission. This realization empowered her to accept her responsibilities with grace, and now, as she shares insights about Russell's leadership, she may be poised to influence perceptions significantly. Wendy recounts a striking incident involving her husband, Russell, who experienced a profound moment of divine communication. One night, he suddenly sat up, seemingly transfixed by something invisible to others, and remained unresponsive to her attempts to engage him. After a period of intense focus, he retrieved a notebook and began writing as if receiving direct messages from God. The next day, he claimed that this revelation would significantly influence the church's future. However, Wendy noted that such experiences became more frequent and intense after Russell assumed the presidency of the church, raising questions about the nature of these revelations and their connection to his leadership role. On January 2018, the day President Thomas S. Monson passed away, the news was received at 11:01 p.m., marking a significant moment as Russell M. Nelson became the new leader of the church. Wendy Nelson described the days following Monson's death as filled with profound spiritual experiences, emphasizing the clarity and vividness of her feelings during this time. She recounted a particular morning when she felt inspired to get out of bed, after which her husband, President Nelson, emerged with detailed instructions he received from the Lord during that period. This highlights the deep spiritual significance and guidance that both Wendy and Russell Nelson attribute to their experiences during this transition. Wendy's remarks at a church devotional sparked controversy as she presented a nuanced view on intimacy within marriage, suggesting that there are truths to be found in how couples approach their relationship. While her intentions seemed to promote respect and understanding, some attendees felt uncomfortable with her framing, questioning whether her comments aligned with the church's traditional teachings on chastity and moral purity. Critics expressed concerns that her distinction between worldly intimacy and marital intimacy could create confusion, particularly regarding the church's stance on relationships outside of marriage, leaving ambiguity about the respect afforded to those not within the church. In some African cultures, vows are a significant aspect of marriage, symbolizing respect and commitment rooted in tradition. However, when Nelson, the leader of a global religious institution, stated that paying dowries was not aligned with the Lord's way and that marriages should occur in the temple, it sparked immediate backlash. Critics felt that his comments dismissed important cultural practices and reflected a Western imposition of values on diverse traditions within the church. This controversy highlighted the tension between inclusivity and respect for cultural customs, raising questions about the church's approach to different beliefs and identities. The interpretation of Nelson's remarks further fueled the debate on cultural sensitivity within religious contexts. In today's society, traditional gender-specific advice is becoming less effective, as highlighted by Sister Wendy Nelson's candid remarks about her husband, President Russell M. Nelson, of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Her revelations about their personal struggles challenge the carefully crafted public image that he has maintained throughout his leadership. This openness raises significant questions about how the public perceives his legacy, suggesting that if her comments resonate widely, they could lead to a re-evaluation of his contributions and the overall narrative surrounding his presidency. The implications of such candidness could potentially alter the legacy of a prominent public figure. Thanks for watching.